It's not pretty, but they're glued down. So my next step will be to get all the fiber optics sorted. I have them marked. G for the green, and of course red would be the R. So they're all individually marked and ready to be inserted. What I'm going to do is glue on the other landing bay on the other side so I can get all the fiber optics fed in at the same time. Okay, I already got the second side of the landing bay, the right side of the landing bay is glued up with 5-minute epoxy, and they are drying. Now what I've also done is that I've applied my Mr. Cement to the edges to reinforce everything. So everything should dry up nice and secure. Okay, so what I've done is I've taken and I've bundled up all the fiber optics that are going to the red LED. I bundled them up in a tight bundle, and then I cut them all off at the same length, and took 5-minute epoxy and basically coated them with 5-minute epoxy, and then I inserted them inside the aluminum tube and put another coat of 5-minute epoxy on the outside and held them in place basically with some weight to kind of center them out inside of there, and they're all set. It's all dried up. So I'm going to do the same thing with the green side. I'm going to back the video out, back out the zoom a little bit so you can watch me actually prepare the green side. Okay, so there's actually 2 separate bundles of green, one from the port and one from the starboard side, and I know they're all green and my red are all secured, so I'm just going to remove the green tags that I have, the yellow tape, Tamiya tape, to help me identify what color is what. No reason to have them on there anymore. I do want to say that, you know, this technique I did pick up from Model Man Tom, and he has a fantastic channel out there, and also he has a website where he sells LED kits, light kits, fiber optic kits, and highly recommend you look up Model Man Tom on YouTube. And this is his technique. This is what he's done with his fiber optics. He has an in-progress build with the Jupiter 2 where it's just fiber optics galore and LEDs. So I highly recommend finding his channel and checking out his stuff. Now what I did here, now that I got them all separate, I can go ahead and bundle them all together, kind of go to about an area. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tape them together further back with my Tamiya tape. And about right there. And just secure the tape down. Figure out about where my next length is going to be, and I'm going to put another piece of tape at that area. Let me get a resin cup ready. there. Get this nice and tight. And I'm going to go ahead and cut them off all the same length. Do is coat these with resin here. Or not resin, 5-minute epoxy. So let me get the 5-minute epoxy going. The DEFCON. Don't need much, just 2 equal parts of both. Take my 5-minute epoxy and coat it around the outside of it first. Get a good coat on there. Now what I want to do is insert it into the tube. Make sure all the fiber optics go inside the tube. And they have put a little weight on it to get them leveled out, and then I'm just going to put some some 5-minute epoxy on the outside, seal it up, and let that dry. And that's how it's done. Okay, that's dried for about 5. Now what I want to do, go ahead and also is put a coat of hot glue on there too. And let that dry. Okay, that's all dried up. I'm going to go ahead and remove my little weight on there. And there you have it. Give you a closer look. So basically what we have here is the fiber optics for the weapons bay nav lights. We have the red feeding in on this tube, this red LED, and the green feeding in onto this tube. Okay, so we will change modes here real soon, and I'm going to set up everything on my light bench and have power available, and then start wiring up all the wires, all the power. That way I can get this thing buttoned up and start painting. And there you have it. Okay, here's another view of how the fiber optics feed into the tubes. And you can see the green would be on this side here, and then the red's on that side. But they're all bundled up and ready to go. She's a beast. Big. I need to build a Battlestar Galactica next. So I have them side by side. Taking a measurement of this so far. Runs about 16 inches. Okay, I need to tidy up the photo etch on the sides of the weapons bays. Even though I clamped them down and super glued them with CA, you can see there's still, after getting these glued in place, created kind of a bowing effect with these, and created an open crack. So what I'm going to do to fix that, very simply use some floral craft glue. It's like a very thick white glue, and I'm going to apply that to the edge. Should seal up that crack pretty good. It dries clear, so it actually makes pretty good canopy glue also. Very thick stuff. And what happens is that crack's going to go away. Alright, be back in a little bit when it's dry.